Okay guys, today we're going to talk about being polite. Rude is the opposite of polite. So being polite is showing respect to people, being helpful, saying please and thank you. These are all polite things. When we're not polite, when we're rude, it can make people feel quite upset. So this boy here is being very rude as he goes blah 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 as the teacher is trying to talk to him. And she thinks, how rude. Let's say somebody wants to borrow your ruler and they say, give me the ruler. That's not very polite, is it? That doesn't make you feel good. And that makes you not really want to give them the ruler. Go away. Also, trying to get the teacher's attention by saying, teacher, 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 while the teacher's trying to talk or help somebody else. Those are all quite rude. For the last one, you should wait until the teacher's finished saying what they're saying or helping who they're helping, and then politely saying, excuse me, teacher. What good manners should we all use? So please is the most polite word, and saying thank you when somebody helps you. Please can make a lot of things very polite that would otherwise have been either rude or just not very polite. Please, I want my ball, says the boy. Thank you, he says when the girl gives it to him, or I think that's his mum actually. So we say please and we say thank you. Saying you're welcome. If somebody says thank you to you, you say you're welcome. You're welcome. Say you're welcome. Good. It's very polite to wait your turn. So at lunchtime, people line up to get their lunch. If you push in front of your friends, that's very rude, and you'll probably be told to go to the back of the line. It's polite to wait until it's your turn. You can wait your turn whenever we are sharing with somebody, and there's not enough for everybody at once. It's important to wait our turn, and our friends will wait their turn as well. Say, excuse me, but not interrupt people. So let's say Mr. Smith is the teacher who's talking to another teacher or a parent, and the boy needs to talk to Mr. Smith. He doesn't just walk up and say, Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith, or teacher, 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 teacher. He politely waits for them to finish talking and then says, excuse me, Mr. Smith. Say, excuse me. Excuse me. Again? Good. Excuse me. When you want somebody's attention politely. It's also very polite to say hello when you see somebody and goodbye when you are leaving somebody. So when your friend comes into school or into the classroom, you say hello or hi to them. Sawadee-cap. And when they leave, you say bye-bye or see you tomorrow. That's polite, and it makes everybody feel good. It's also polite to hold a door open for other people who might be coming after you, especially if they are people who are old or maybe a lady who is pregnant. These people can sometimes need a bit of help, and holding the door for people is helpful. Use a quiet voice. So in the classroom, We don't need to shout to each other. We can talk normally. If somebody is far away, don't shout to them. Walk closer and then talk with your inside voice. Okay? If everybody is shouting, then nobody can hear anything. We can use a quiet voice. Sharing. Sharing is also so polite. If you are good at sharing, everybody will like you. Use good table manners. So, when we're sitting at the table, we need to make sure we are being polite in the way we eat. We don't want to talk when we have food in our mouth and sound like this. Oh no, that's not good. And we don't want to make a big mess when we're eating, and we don't want to make a loud noise with our mouth, like and we don't want to do any sort of burping. We want to eat politely, quietly. Saying I'm sorry. Saying I'm sorry can also be very polite. If you've done something wrong, it's polite to say I'm sorry. And most of the time, people will say, that's okay, that's okay. Good. Okay, let's try 3 things to speak more politely. Say excuse me to get someone's attention. Say please and thank you. Say hello to someone when you see them and goodbye to someone when they leave. So instead of going, Teacher Dan, Teacher Dan, Teacher Dan, we say, excuse me, Teacher Dan. Instead of saying, excuse me, Dan, good. Instead of saying, give me the ruler, we say, give me the ruler, please. Instead of saying, or please may I have the ruler. Please may I have the ruler is good as well. Help me becomes, help me, please. Or can you help me, please? Close the window. How can we say that politely? We can say, can you close the window, please? Be quiet. Oh, that's very rude. How can we say be quiet in a polite way? We can say, can you be quiet, please? So instead of saying, I want to go outside, we could say, well, we can take away I want. I want can be quite rude. Instead, we say, please may I? Please may I go outside? Your turn. Please may I go outside? Please may I go outside? Good. I want to go to the toilet. Again, we don't want the I want bit here. Let's just scribble that out. Instead, we say, please may I go to the toilet? Please may I go to the toilet? Instead of give me a candy, please may I have a candy? Give me some chocolate. Please may I have some chocolate? Good. I want some dum. Please may I eat some dum? This time, let's decide if it's rude or polite. Hey. Is hey rude or polite? Hey is rude. Good. Instead, we could say, excuse me. Excuse me. Say, excuse me. Good. Give me your book. Give me your book. Is that rude or polite? It's rude. Instead, we could say, please may I have your book? Please may I have your book? Can you close the window? Can you close the window? Is that rude or polite? That's quite polite. What could we put on the end to make it more polite? Can you close the window? Please. Good. Can you close the window, please? Can you turn on the turn on the computer? Turn on the computer. Is that rude or polite? That's rude. Instead, we could say, can you turn on the computer, please? Can you turn on the computer, please? Next one, teacher, teacher, I want to go to the toilet, please. Well, we've got please, but is it polite? Not yet. Instead, we could say, excuse me, teacher, please may I go to the toilet? Good. All right, guys. Next, we're going to do a little bit on the worksheet. So, see you next time. Bye-bye.